45, let me know at the beginning of our class so we can plan to make sure we get there. As much as possible, try to make them near the beginning. So, okay, Mr. Paul's back.
All right. So this is the same thing, transportation systems, high school. We're going over a project today.
Is this a demo?
Yeah.
All right.
Ready when you are.
I'm ready when you are.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. How's everybody doing? Fantastic. I'd like to see all the bright, shining faces. All right. So today we're going to be doing our first design project. Most students that do the design project that we're about to do tend to have a pretty good time with it. I hope you guys have as awesome of a time as those students in the past. The thing about this project, it's going to be worth about 20% of your final grade. So you want to stay focused to what I'm about to tell you and what we're about to go over. So because it's a big portion of your grade. Also, you're going to be able to work in pairs for this project, but you can also work individually if you so choose. And if everybody can put the noodles down, just on the table in the center. I know it's tempting, it's so delicious, but just put it down. Thank you. Okay, so without further ado, okay, so what we're going to be doing is the design project. And the design project is basically going to be you guys writing a proposal for the state of North Carolina for a new transportation system to be enforced. So to start it off, you're starting off with a problem just as you would in the real world. You got a problem, and then you're usually asked to solve the problem or to find a solution. So the problem in this case is that with the rising cost of fossil fuels, if you want to read along, it's kind of hard to read. With the rising cost of fossil fuels translating into a price per gallon of gas, and frustrations running high, our state is in need of a new transportation system. It's becoming increasingly difficult to maintain your vehicle, and with the increasing value, or the decreasing value of cars and trucks, it's almost not worth it to own a car. So this is where your minds come in hand, and this is where your project comes into play. So what we're going to be doing is you're going to be designing a new transportation system given a certain budget. In this particular project, you are given $2.5 billion to go towards a new system. And I know that seems like a lot of money, but it'll go like that. So you want to be conscious of your budget, and the funds from the budget are from private investors, so you don't have to worry about public funding and all the government glitches and all that stuff. So the money is at your discretion. So with that said, let's all stand up, and if I can have you gather around one of these side tables, I'll give you a little demo of what I expect from you. JB, I'm just going to... Yeah.
Why
Somebody
do you
grab that
get
other
to
light.
eat spaghetti and the rest of us?
Hey Jimmy, can I ask you to just put that back on the table? Alright, I'll face this towards you guys. Don't be scared, it won't bite. Come up close. It's just your own state, maybe not that close. Okay, so you guys are going to be given, for this project, you're going to be given a map, like you see here. And you're also going to be given these little pieces, and these pieces do mean something, okay? So, among all the other things that you're going to want to take into account, for a transportation system, you're going to want hubs, you're going to want stations. So, for our particular case, you're going to want to design, can everybody see? Maybe some of the guys in the back move around front here. Okay, so you're going to need a hub for your system, okay, which is just a main place where everything is centered. So for this case, we'll say we'll go Raleigh, okay? And this guy right here is actually going to cost you $500 million to set and implement a hub. Okay? It is an expensive little car, so be careful. These are your next little objects, and these are your main stations. And your main stations are going to be worth $200 million. You can place these anywhere in the state, but you're going to be expected to think about why you're placing them where you are and give reasons for why you're doing that. So we'll place one maybe in Fayetteville, we'll place another one in Jacksonville, maybe one in Asheville, where are you? There you are. Maybe another one in Greensboro, and Rocky Mount. Okay, so we've got these different stations, and then from those, you can also put substations. The substations can go just like these guys anywhere in the state. So I saw an interesting name over here. I won't be able to find it now. But let's say Cherry, North Carolina. All right, so we've got these different ones laid out, and you're going to want to be able to add these guys up and make sure that you're not going over your budget. Gentlemen. So you're going to want to make sure that you don't go over your budget because you're not getting any more funding.
How much are the substations?
The substations are worth $130 million. So you've got 10 of the substations at your discretion, and you've got 6 of the main stations to use as you please. So you want to keep enough so that you have leftover for maintenance fees, for ongoing costs, and those are the kinds of things that you're going to want to include in your proposal. So this proposal is going to include things like, gentlemen, what's the problem? So this proposal is going to include things like background research. What's going on right now in our state as far as transportation? You're going to want to include things like initial cost, maybe the initial cost to set up a transportation system or a station. You're going to want to set up a substation and then give initial costs and maybe a cost to upkeep that particular station and the substations. You're also going to want to have ease of access to the cities. How are you going to get from one city to the other? What kind of environmental impacts are the building and the maintaining of these different subsystems going to entail? So you want to think about all these things, and these are things that are going to be included into your 2-page minimum proposal. So you want to, yes?
Can we have 2 main stations?
The hubs?
Yeah.
No, you get one hub. This is all, everybody gets the same thing. Everybody gets one hub. They get 6 pieces that they can use. You don't have to use all the pieces, because if you do, you're going to go over budget. So you don't have to use all the pieces, and whatever you have left over, you can use as maintenance funds you might leave for later expenses, for later financial. Can you put those marshmallows away, please? Thank you, gentlemen. All right, so you're going to come up with a 2-page report, and then if you want to find some glue, there's some glue in the shop. You can glue these to your map, or if you so choose, you can do a virtual map. You can use Photoshop and put same color, just like dots or something on a map, and run that by me, and then you'll have a proposal, you'll have a visual, and then you'll be able to present it to me in about a week, and I'm going to represent the state of North Carolina. So, do what?
We're going to put them on you. You're going to have a big t-shirt.
I'm going to represent the state of North Carolina, as in like the people you will be presenting to. Not the actual state of North Carolina.
Oh, I thought you were going to wear a
Not the
t-shirt.
physical state. That's a good question. Okay, so just in wrapping up, how much are these guys worth, the hub?
500 million.
500 million. Okay, what about these guys? The main substitute. 200. These guys?
130.
You got it. All right, and what's your budget? How much money you got all together?
2.55 million.
1.5 billion. All right. Well, you guys will have access to this information that I just went over, and without further ado, you guys can get back onto your tables and determine a group if you want to do a group or if you want to work individually.
Get on the table.
Okay, good job.